So yeah, the main idea was to come here and find hummingbirds, which we definitely found, but we actually found a lot more than that.
The coyote is coming. He's coming right at us. This morning we woke up and we drove all the way to Tucson. A pretty scenic drive. I enjoyed it, and you enjoyed your nap.
We spent some time downtown. It was okay, but honestly we're more attracted to the nature out here, especially after we stopped by the Audubon Society and discovered that there are lots of birds and there's lots of nature down here, more so than in Phoenix.
That's right, so now we're in this glorious desert landscape, and we've been told there's a garden with fantastic nature right around the corner. It's actually on the back of the Saguaro National Park, which we'll probably skip because we don't have our America the Beautiful pass on this trip, and we'll save it for another time. And there are two gardens, and we'll go to the other one where apparently the hummingbirds are anyway. We made our way to the Desert Museum near Tucson.
This was a recommendation by the Audubon folks, and so we're here mainly because they have a hummingbird sanctuary, but it looks like it's actually a zoo of sorts, and so there's some other probably animals that we can see here as well.
It looks really great, a little pricey, but we can't stomach that, and we will see a lot of hummingbirds and lots more. It's a really cool place. We're about to enter the main place that we came to see here. Let's see how many hummingbirds we can find here. There's one, two. They're not like swarming, but there are a lot of them. Oh, it's a black and green one. It's slender, I like it. They drink so much for how little they are. Here are some of the hummingbird nests. You can see how tiny they are.
Man, even in slow-mo, its wings are so fast. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That is really neat.
That is so cool. We hit a really good shot many times over with this lens, with the hummingbirds in frame and everything.
So we're using the Fujifilm X-T3, and we're doing that because the slow motion is a little bit better and crisper than the XH1, which is the other camera that we have. And we're also using the Fujifilm 55 to 200 millimeter lens. This is the only telephoto zoom that we brought with us, even though we have two other zooms. We have the 50 to 140 and also the 100 to 400. But the nice thing about this lens is its size.
Yeah, this is the smallest zoom that we have, the first one I originally bought, and actually the first gear video that I made. And this one is just perfect for travel. We don't want to bring the big one, because then every walk you have to be like, am I gonna see wildlife or not? And you often bring it back because it starts killing your back and your shoulder. But this lens is totally fine to carry everywhere, and that way you always have it when the chance comes.
Another photography accessory that we carry with us a lot is this 10-volt battery pack. And since we both shoot Fujifilm, we both use the same batteries. So I keep the batteries in here, all of our spares. And so the ones that are charged and ready to go have the orange side up. And the ones that are dead and need to be charged, I just put them in like this so that you can easily tell which ones are good to go.
Another aviary with many species here.
Oh, that's not even a hummingbird. It's a stark throat.
What? It looks just like a hummingbird. I like big aviaries. The biggest one we ever saw was in Kuala Lumpur.
Kitty came by and took down the 8 ones that other tree in our yard.
Somehow I haven't spotted a single one.
Well, the thing with birding is you gotta be a little patient.
Not my strongest suit. So far we've only seen some doves. They're so close, even with the GoPro you can get them. There it is. It's a nice dove.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
It's big. One of the cool things about birding is how these birds tend to be just like right in front of you. You don't always have to look hard for them. So it really makes you slow down and look at all the details of your surroundings. So it's a really fun exercise, not only for photography, but also just meditation. That's a really pretty one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get its wing.
There's a really big bird in there. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see its head, so it's hard to tell what kind of bird that is, but it's a massive bird in this bush. But yeah, this is what's fun about birding. You can walk right by a bunch of them, and if you don't stop to look in the bushes, you wouldn't have any idea that there's a ton of birds in here.
Stingray in Arizona. It's cute. GoProing a stingray.
Well, we finally found a roadrunner. It was pretty cool. It's actually quite large.
Yeah, it runs very fast.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I can see why the coyote can never catch it.
We got inspired last night and started watching those old roadrunner and coyote cartoons again, and realized that that whole show really takes place in Arizona, which we never put together when we watched those cartoons as kids.
We were just not aware of this environment, and it is an amazing exotic environment.
But that was really cool. That bird is so much bigger than I would expect. Not as big as the one in the cartoon. That one looks much bigger.
Maybe there are bigger ones.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's a big bird.
Yeah.
And it was fast.
It's fast.
It was cool.
And it sneaks around. It's funny.
But it doesn't go beep beep.
Not yet.
Beep, beep.
Behind us is the cactus garden proper. I thought the whole thing was a cactus garden, but here it's like totally all cactus. Here's one called the Twisted Barrow, and it's blooming. It's all really cool spiral shape with flowers that look like pineapples. Oh, a creeping devil, look at this one.
I know, that just looks evil.
It's coming at you.
Evil.
Serious thorns on that one. This one I call the ball of death. The saguaro is the granddaddy of them all. This one is growing like tomatoes. This one here is the extra messed up one called the fish hook barrel, that if it bites you, or it hooks you if you get on it. You really don't want to be biking near these ones. This is the real boner forest. This is serious density. Looks like a cartoon. It's like not even real. Look at the monstrous thorns on this one. The ratio is out of control. This one is a little suggestive. This is a cool one in front here. The galloping cactus. And it flowers amazingly, but it's not currently flowering. This one looks like a parasitic species that climbs and makes a giant mess that you cannot cross. All thorns everywhere. The cholo ones are pretty and are common out here in nature. They look so fluffy, except it's all thorns. What is this one called? It's a pretty classic one. Oh, this is a prickly pear. Tuna. This one looks like meat. You can see it sometimes in the grocery stores and by some cool natural environment here.
Feels like something straight out of the Flintstones.
It sure does. I didn't know the Flintstones were in Arizona either. There's a coyote sleeping on top of a rock. It's very, very funny. I didn't know they like to sunbathe like this. There it is, the desert stretching in front of us. It's a vast valley with some development, but mostly empty. Beautiful place. We are finished at the museum.
So yeah, the main idea was to come here and find hummingbirds, which we definitely found, but we actually found a lot more than that, including a lot of cactus and just learning about the whole environment here in Arizona.
Yeah, it was a really good museum. It's almost a zoo basically, and there are a lot of things to see here. You can spend half a day to a day. So we did that. Now we need food and we'll go to another location we just scoped out. The coyote is coming. He's coming right at us. Here's Coyote. He's cute. He's like a nice little doggy.
Is it bacon?
He's looking at us. What's up, doggy? He's looking. He's not continuing. Yeah, we scored a jackpot with the barbecue here. We had a feeling in Arizona we will get a good barbecue. So we ordered the big platter. Everything is just amazing. It's like melting and the flavors are so good.
So we're just outside of Tucson, and this is mesquite smoked barbecue. And it's amazing. It is so good. The sides are really great. The meat is delicious, and so is the barbecue sauce. A different kind of sauce. I haven't had it before.
It's so good that I couldn't pick a favorite. They're all amazing.
This is like a literal oasis.
This is Agua Caliente in Tucson, a very beautiful place it turns out, where we're going to enjoy the sunset now and do some photography and videography. And home of the Gila chub.
I don't know if we'll see it, but we'll keep our eyes out.
That's right. Simply gorgeous. This park is truly beautiful and pretty big.
It keeps going much further than we thought. I didn't know it kept going.
And then it opens up right here and you see the mountains and water. I don't know what this water source is, but it's formed in these really nice pools. Well, we're about to head back to Phoenix area, and we've learned that Tucson is way too big to do in a day.
Yeah, there's a national forest here, a national park, and then tons of other nature here that we didn't even get to explore. So we'll have to save that for another trip.
So one thing that's been a great revelation for us is that you can hike within Phoenix city limits.
This is called Echo Canyon, and there's one really popular hike here.
We're a little higher now and we're able to see the whole neighborhood behind us there.
It's gorgeous, and you can definitely see why it's one of the more expensive neighborhoods in this whole area.